I was born in 1926, and I was 3 years old when the Depression more or less started in 1929, and about 13 when it ended in 1939. I lived in San Francisco. We lived in an apartment, and I lived on a pull-down bed in the living room. We didn't have as much money as a lot of my friends, but my parents always made sure I had the right clothes. You know, they would scrib and save so that I would not be embarrassed or anything by my clothes. But I was aware of the fact that we were, poorer than a lot of my friends. But it did bother me, but it didn't stop me from doing things. When I think back, I think how hard a life my parents had, and I didn't realize then how much they were sacrificing for me. And in 1929, they were 28 years old. That's pretty young to be going through what they were going through and raising a family. And I just think they were very special. My father being in the cleaning business during the Depression was not the greatest choice, but he didn't know it when he started, and as things got worse, he lost a lot of money just by being a kind-hearted, good guy. He would lend people money and never get it back, and he used to feel, well, I can't tell them they can't have their suit because they're going out or whatever, and so he I guess that was a wonderful trait, but on the other hand, it made life a little hard sometimes. But that was my dad. A lot of the times I worried a lot because I knew that my parents were having trouble financially, to the extent that, and there were months when my parents couldn't make the rent. And there was a man named Mr. Zappatini who came around to collect the rents. And when he rang the bell, nobody answered, or you had to run and hide or pretend your parents weren't home. And I can remember those as being embarrassing, hard times for me. We didn't have a lot of the things we have now. We didn't have television. We didn't have computers. We didn't have access to all kinds of food from all over the world that we didn't have then. I remember when I was very young, I know not just very young, but growing up, my birthday was in May, and strawberries came in season in May. They weren't in season the rest of the year. They came in season in May for a couple of months, and my birthday cake was always a strawberry shortcake because that was when strawberries were in season. Now we get food from all over all year round, and don't even give a thought about if we have a strawberry in December or whatever. Of course, nowadays, I don't have to worry. I've got a nice secure feeling. I've got money I can save, and I certainly appreciate all that. But I think I appreciate it more in a way because I didn't have it then.